In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to use the key commands to make your character move on the screen. So I just have some pre-written in code, a background, a fill, no stroke, and a rectangle. So go ahead and pause the video now and put in the character that you want to move on the screen. Then we're going to make a conditional statement that says if, and then in the parentheses, key is down with a capital I, capital D, no spaces. And right after that, you want to make another set of parentheses. Then you just do the opening and closing curly brackets like you would on any conditional statement. If we turn on our key picker in our settings, we can just click on the little key, and then anytime we press a key, it will tell us what the key code is that the computer will recognize. So I just pressed W. I want this one to be to move my character up, and it's really useful to comment your code here. So I put 87 inside of the parentheses, and now what I want to do is make sure that my rectangle is attached to an X and a Y variable. The only way that I'm going to be able to move this is if I attach it to variables. So make sure it's attached to an X and a Y. I'm going to go into the code for the rectangle and change that to X, Y. All right. Then I'm going to go down and I'm going to say, all right, I want my character to move up. So that's the Y value that's changing, and it's getting smaller because as we go up, we're getting closer and closer to 0. So I'm going to say Y equals Y minus 1. So now my character is moving up. So every time I press that key, it's moving up by 1. If I want to have it go a little bit faster, I can change that number to 5, and now every time I press it, it'll go up by 5. So that's our first key command, and we want to do 4 of these. We want one for up, one for down, one for left, and one for right. So to make my character move down, I'm going to do the same thing. If, and then in a set of parentheses, key capital I is capital D down, no spaces, and then inside the parentheses, I'll pick out the key code over at the key picker, and it's going to be 83 for S to move down. Then inside of my parentheses, I want to say what I want to happen. In this case, I want Y to equal Y plus 5 because I'm moving down, so I want the Y value to get bigger because as you move down on the Y-axis, the numbers get bigger and bigger and bigger. All right, there we go. You can also make variables for the Y speed and the X speed. That's really useful if you're doing a project where the speed needs to be able to change. I'm just going to copy and paste these guys just to make it a little bit easier for me to do this. So I'm going to change that to move left, move right. I have to change the key commands, and then I'll have to change the Y's to X's. So copying and pasting is a really, really useful way to take advantage of the code you've already written. But I would recommend just double checking everything that you do, just making sure that everything is actually all lined up, because you could forget to maybe change a key code or to change an X or a Y. So really double check everything right after you do the code for it. So try using up those keys, make sure that they all work. And so now I have X moving to the left by subtracting 5, moving to the right by adding 5, and my character can move freely around my screen. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to stay up to date with all of our newest videos.